Alright, let's look at the practice exam 3, problem number 7. Alright, oil leaked from a tank at the pace of R of T liters per hour. So we are given the rate of change here. And the value of R of T every 2 hours. So they recorded, R of T every 2 hours. Right? So we want to find the lower and upper estimate for the total amount of oil that leaked out. Right? So let's look at the table a little bit. So you can see that the rate is actually 8.8, 7.9. So it looks like it's decreasing, always decreasing, right? So you have a decreasing curve. Right, like that. So if you want to find the lower estimate, you're going to use the right sum, because you can see that the right sum is going to go below the actual curve, right? So we'll go do that. So if you want to find, say, lower estimate, then you're going to use the R, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 intervals, so R5, right? Then if you want the upper estimate, then we're going to use the left sum, right? Because you can see that if you use a left sum, and it's going to go above the actual amount, right? All right, so let's compute that. This is simple enough, right? So R5 is going to be equal to, so for every interval, you're going to use the value from the right endpoint. So start from, so first interval, you have 7.9, right? Second interval, you have 6.8. And the third interval, you have 6.2. And the fourth interval, you have 5.6. And the last interval, you have 5.1, right? Then you multiply by delta t. So delta t in this case is it's every 2 hours, so it's got to be 2. So multiply by 2, right? So let's compute that, right? So using GeoGebra, so we had 7.9 plus 6.8 plus 6.2 plus 5.6 plus 5.1, then you multiply by 2, right? So we got 63.2, right? So we have, so this came out to be 63.2. So this is liters, right? And for the upper estimate, we're gonna use the find the left sum, right? So for the first interval, you use 8.8. For the second interval, you use 7.9. Third interval, you use 6.8. And the fourth interval, you're going to use 6.2. And the last interval, you're going to use 5.6. Right? Then multiply by delta t, which is 2. Right? So let's compute that. Right? So what we had was, let's see, 8.8 plus 7.9 plus 6.8 plus 6.2 plus 5.6, then multiply by 2. So we got 70.6, right? So this is 70.6 liters, right? And that's it. I hope that this was clear.